Welcome to another episode of Hustle Basketball Talk. I'm joined today by senior forward for UAB, Javian Davis. Javian, thank you so much for joining the show.
No problem, no problem.
Well, let's start off, growing up in Mississippi, what was the basketball scene like out there for you? And at what age did you fall in love with the game?
Mississippi is pretty much known for a lot of great basketball players like Monte Ellis, Mo Williams,
Yeah.
Malik Newman. It's a name. It's a lot of names you can go for Mississippi.
Yeah.
Just but my hometown. It's a small city in Mississippi. I take pride in being from Kent, Mississippi. I kind of say it's kind of like getting out the mud a little bit.
Yeah.
Not only Kent, but just Mississippi in general. But I mean, I enjoy living in Mississippi. I enjoy growing up and kind of gaining that experience. I have to grind to get what I want and grind to get where I want to be at. But Kent, Mississippi pretty much made me, and Mississippi as a whole made me as well.
That's awesome, bro. And learning, how to work hard at a young age and really, like you said, right, get out the mud. What was that recruiting process like for you coming out of high school, being a highly recruited guy, and then ultimately, landing at Alabama?
And the recruiting process was very exciting. My 10th grade year, I played with this program out of Mississippi called the House. It was me, Robert Wooder, and they pretty much started that kind of that feel for me. We kind of played in some tournaments all over the country, and they kind of put me on a good platform to start getting recognition and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then I transitioned to play with Team Thad. My senior year was kind of made it more exposure and more eyes on me. And then obviously, the end of my senior year off, I had so many scholarships. I was pretty much recruited by majority of the SEC. Kind of had some Big East schools and some close schools nearby. But coming out, you can kind of tell a SEC player just being from the South, closer to most schools in the SEC. But coming out, I couldn't tell Antoine Petway no. He was on me pretty much from the jump since my
Yeah.
10th grade year. He was just somebody that I could pretty much relate to. I got along with. He got along with my family. And then obviously, with Avery Johnson having the background that he had as an NBA coach, as an NBA player, playing with greats like David Robinson and Tim Duncan and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it was just kind of pretty much an easy decision for me. But I also had a backup playing with Georgetown. Obviously, Patrick Jordan is one of the greatest bigs ever to play the game. But me and my family just felt so much at ease with Alabama, with it being nearby, the coaching staff. I mean, they showed a really like a lot of love towards me and my family, and I felt very comfortable going there.
That's awesome, bro. And that's nice when you feel that genuine, connection to coaching staff and, especially at a young age, right?
Right.
And as you go there, you redshirt your freshman year, right? You're getting your body right, you're adjusting to the Division 1 level, and then you play, as a redshirt freshman that second year in college. So, what was that experience like adjusting to college basketball and then finally getting your chance to play in the SEC?
I mean, to start out with, it was kind of tough. I've been playing basketball my whole life. Games every year, and then this one year I can't play not one game. But I mean, it was a tough year at first. But I mean, like I tell people, it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I feel like I was competing well and playing well, but at the same time, Avery knew what he's seen in me, and then me looking in the back of my head, like once I get my body in shape, I feel like I'd be a much improved better player.
For
I mean,
sure.
but obviously, yeah, we had so many veterans. We had Galen Smith, Daniel Giddens, Alex Reese, and Dante Hall, who pretty much made a name for themselves and was in front of me.
Yeah.
And then around that time, it was kind of like those two big lineups. So, but I mean, other than that, no, I learned a lot that year. I lost 50 pounds that year, so
Wow.
obviously I put a lot of work in.
Right.
Then it kind of got shaky once Avery got fired. I didn't know what I was going to do or I was going to go. And
Yeah.
then obviously they hired Nate Oates, and then pretty much Antoine Petway pretty much convinced him, to keep me. And then obviously I went into that year. I feel like I had a great freshman year to not be as involved in Oates' offense. I mean, I averaged 6 points, 4 rebounds, but without even being a factor. But it was a great experience, man. I enjoyed playing with those guys. I enjoy having the freedom playing in Oates' system.
Right.
He's going to compete and play hard, and that's pretty much what he taught when he first got there. Just being blue collar, playing hard, down on the floor,
Yeah.
just outworking your opponent.
For sure, bro. No, that's definitely the keys to success. And after that successful redshirt freshman year playing, what led you to transfer, and then how did you end up at Mississippi State?
I mean, I mean, honestly, just like you said, I wasn't recruited by Oates, so
Right.
obviously, I mean, Oates liked me, but I mean, at the end of the day, he wants his own players.
For sure.
Obviously, the season got cut off early because of COVID, and
Yeah.
then we go into it, have these off-season meetings. At this point, the world is shut down. We don't know what's next and stuff like that. But I mean, after the season, Galen Smith ended up transferring, so I was on the team, obviously. But then O signed the big man from Yale, Jordan Bruner, and then
Okay.
John Petty was going through the draft process.
Yeah.
So it was I was on the team still, but then it came about. It was a 2021 kid. They ended up, 2022. They ended up reclassing 21.
Yeah.
Uh, he was a big, and they've been recruiting like him, stuff like this. So he ended up committing.
Hmm.
So it's pretty much told me like, if JP decides to come back, then somebody has to go, and obviously that was me.
Right.
Uh, JP ended up coming back, so I wouldn't say I was pretty much forced to leave, but I was kind
Yeah.
of had
You,
to get out.
you saw the business of basketball at that age.
Saw the business of it. I mean, which I respect. I was hurt back. I was hurt by it because I feel like I could have helped that team
Right.
next year, just having the inside presence and stuff like that. And obviously, I feel like I'm a traditional big, but I have some fluids in my game with some
Right.
guard like skills, and I can play. Just play.
Yeah.
But then obviously, it came to that, and then put my name in the portal, and pretty much, I probably an hour later, Mississippi State called, and it's pretty much a no brainer for me.
Yeah. That's awesome. And yeah, you had an opportunity, right, to go back to your home state. So how was that transition then playing for a new school, same conference? And what was your experience then playing 3 seasons in the SEC?
I mean, to start out with, like I said, I mean, I would say it was kind of hard just because I ended up transferring late July.
Right.
So that Mississippi State team had kind of built throughout the summer and stuff like that. And then
Right.
I didn't get on campus until August 8th. And then, that year, kudos to George Brooks who recruited me there. Still friends and set up a relationship with him to this day.
Yeah.
But I got there. It was kind of on the back end for me just because that team had already built. Then you had Dudu, who's a senior, who's a starting 5 man. Then you had Tolu Smith, who had just redshirted, but ended up he had just redshirted, but playing that year, and Coach Holland had a lot of confidence in him. So I was kind of behind the stick that first year, and then the second year, Dudu ended up transferring. And then they brought in Garrison Brooks, Coach Brooks' son, to play at the four a little bit. But I mean, my minutes kind of increased a little bit, but I could never, I guess play how I expected or I wanted to play. I would say, but I mean, playing SEC was a phenomenal experience. I got to travel a lot to see different things. Got a chance to build a lot of relationship with players and coaches from different teams, and then obviously my team. And it's just been an experience this the SEC tournament, seeing so many different atmospheres and
Yeah.
a lot of winning culture and a lot of good fan bases. And then obviously, Mississippi State and Alabama was so close to home that my family could come to games and
Yeah.
come support me. They could experience those things, and it was a enjoyment process. But I kind of wanted more out of it with
For sure,
basketball.
bro. No, and I could see where that comes from, right? When you're only getting, right, let's say 15 minutes a game, it's hard to get in the flow sometimes, right? But that at the same time, it's nice you had that experience, you got developed, and your family was able to come to games. So that's pretty awesome, bro. And then, what was the decision then to transfer to UAB, ultimately where you're at now? And now you're a starter this year, so that's exciting stuff.
Kind of like my freshman year. Avery got fired, but this time, Coach Highland got fired. I mean,
Yeah.
I pretty much knew once the season got over that I was going to pretty much leave. I just wanted to end my college career on a good note, go somewhere where I know I have a chance of playing and can build on it. I know I had 2 years left, so I want to go somewhere where I know I can play, and then obviously been in the position I am now to have a starting role, and
Right.
then coming to UAB was kind of an easy decision. I had already knew AK when he was at Ole Miss. throughout my high school career. So he kind of recruited me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I'm pretty much back in Alabama. It's like 45 minutes from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it was easy because AK was winning year by year. They had just won the Conference USA Championship. I seen the way I seen the way they was playing and stuff like that, and I just feel like I was a missing piece to the puzzle, which I felt very confident about and comfortable with, and ended up choosing UAB.
That's awesome, bro. And yeah, like you said, right, it's a good opportunity for you to grow because now you're in the role and opportunity that you have currently. So, with that being said, what can we expect to see from you this season? And also for the team's first season, playing in a new conference, being the American.
I mean, you can expect a lot, just from a team aspect, but for me individually, just trying to, produce with the minutes that I have. Obviously Monday I played the most minutes I ever played, and I produced with 20 and 15.
Right.
I feel like the more minutes I play, the more I can produce. So that, I mean, this is me having confidence in myself. I've been grinding since the season ended last year to get my weight down, to be more
Yeah.
athletic, to expand my game, to be able to play longer. And now the season is here, and I kind of I'm proud of myself of how I played Monday. Obviously, we didn't win, so I'm kind of upset I did, but just seeing Monday how I played from the stat standpoint, had the career high and rebounds, career high in steals, career high and field goals
Right.
made. It shows a lot of positive, which kind of instilled a lot of confidence in me. But
Right.
the rest of the season, I'm just trying to put my team in the best position to win. And I know for this team, I have to play well for this team to win. So that's the
Right.
main.
That's awesome, bro. And 100%, man. You're key pieces here. So in order for the team to win and strive for that conference championship, right, you got to produce.
Right.
And with you having a great season debut with 20 points, 15 boards, I think it was like 4 steals. Uh,
Yeah.
having that great debut, what would you say are your greatest strengths on the court that you bring to the team?
I mean, I think for this team, I'm just a guy who puts the ball in the basket. That was pretty much the main reason. AK brought me here was to have a big just that's fluent to put the ball in the basket. I feel like my game is very fluent. I feel like I can score in the mid post, high post, ball screen, short roll, driving it from the perimeter. I have so many things that I can do to score the ball, and I know for this team, I will need to score the ball for us to win. But I mean, other than scoring the ball. I mean, I've been in college 5, 6 years, so I have so much experience that where I can use my advantage.
Yeah.
I didn't learn so much from different players. I didn't have 4 coaches in college
Yeah.
basketball, which is a lot, but all of it has taught me something different to the point where I can take advantage of on the floor
Right.
and off the floor. So
That's great. And it's nice that you've had so much, life experience the past, 5, 6 years, right? To where you can really use it to your advantage now. And, to your point, you said it earlier, in the conversation that you're kind of like a traditional big, right? But, I think the interesting thing about your game is you obviously could, put it in the basket, but defensively, you're mobile enough. You can guard, multiple positions and really affect the game with deflections and steals as we saw the other night. So,
yeah, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just say a traditional big is traditional big, but I'm,
right.
I'm very mobile. That's kind of like
Yep.
a underestimate of my game. Some that people really don't see, but I can definitely guard multiple positions.
Yeah,
I can be up on ball screens. I'm very smart defensively and offensively,
for
but
sure.
just being in the right position. Having active hands, active feet, and
Yep.
obviously with me losing this weight and getting more mobile and agile, I'm definitely doing that at a high level right now.
100%, bro. And that's valuable to any team, especially, when you decide to, after this season, go to the professional level, you got to be able to switch nowadays, right? So
Right.
super valuable. And then hooping from a young age to now, what would you say has been your favorite basketball memory so far?
Favorite basketball memory. Mm, I probably would say two. I would say the day I committed to Alabama. That was a very exciting and emotional day for me and my family.
Yeah.
And I would have to say Monday. Monday's game performance. I feel like that's probably the. I mean, it's pretty much the best game of my college career.
Yeah.
Obviously, before that, I probably said the 20 and 10 I had versus South Carolina my redshirt freshman year.
Yeah.
But Monday, having 20 points, 15 rebounds, 4 steals, and going 8 for 9, that's probably the second one I would say my best basketball memory.
That's awesome, bro. And you're right, first memory, right? That's great because you earned that scholarship, right? You got to go to college for free and play at a high level. And then, like you said, Monday night, I mean, played phenomenal. But that's a testament to the work you've put in the past years. So,
Right.
and that's not by accident, right? So that's
Right.
awesome, bro. And then transitioning to off the court, what are your interests when you're not practicing and playing in the games?
I'm a basketball junkie, man. I just watch basketball all day. Like right now, once we get done, I'm finna go watch some college basketball. I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch NBA basketball. Like it's to the point where like I have basketball on my TV, basketball on my iPad, basketball on my MacBook, and just
yeah,
watching basketball. But if it's not basketball, I'm pretty much kind of a chill person, kind of laid back, rest. Sometimes I play the video games.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's either video games, basketball, or I'm just chilling, laying low.
That's good, bro. And it's good to be a basketball junkie, especially if, that's your passion, right? And growing up in Mississippi, what's your NBA team then? Do you root for anyone specifically?
I'm a LeBron fan, so I
Okay.
pretty much go wherever LeBron go. He's in Cleveland. He's in Cleveland. He's in Miami. Miami right now is LA. So I'm pretty much wherever LeBron go. I'm a LeBron fan.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, arguably the best to ever do it. So respectfully so, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I like to end the show with, what's your why? What's your motivation every day to be the best player and person you could be?
My wife is my mom and my little brother.
Yeah.
Those are two people that I cherish every day. Those two people that cherish me every day. They support me every day. I have so much love for them, and they have so much love for me. And obviously, my mom has she's a single parent, pretty much raised us by herself. She sacrificed so much for me and my brother to the point where I love her so much for that, and I want to repay her one day for that. That's my why. That's the reason I wake up every day to do what I want to do, and cherish and try to go out and play as hard as I can because I know at the end of the day they sacrifice so much for me to be here, and obviously for them to come to the game. So it's only right that I go out there and do it for them.
Absolutely, bro. That's a great purpose right there and a great motivation. I know you're making them proud, so that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And well, Javian, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here, and look forward to seeing you kill it this season.
Appreciate that. Thank you.